Good afternoon, you lovely people. I hope you are all doing well. I've not long got up, Like I was too excited last night. So I went walking for a while and did a stream on another channel, and it took me a while to get off, so I've not long got up. But listen, I got up and Junior Firpo, yeah, we've had some Junior Firpo news. Took me by surprise, if I'm honest, but I'm happy. I'm happy that Junior Firpo isn't going to the Olympics. If you've not heard the breaking news, I assume you have. I know Connor was live not too long before me. Yeah, Junior Firpo is staying put. Leeds United have maintained throughout that they will block his exit. So Junior Firpo is going nowhere, folks, it would seem. He's not going to the Euros. This is according to Leeds United Live. We're going to talk a little bit about England as well in a minute, but let's just go through the Leeds United stuff. Leeds United will block players France exit this month with clear message from Daniel Farke. It's Leeds' insistence he will not be released for the tournament. It seems like they've already told the Dominican Republic this, but he's been announced anyway. So it seems like it's been a breakdown in communication. Let me just get the main bits. There we go. United are understood to have sent the message to the Dominican Republic, but it was either not received or ignored because Firpo has been included by Ibai Gomez. The left-back's country begins on July 24th in Nantes against Egypt before clashes with Spain in Bordeaux and Uzbekistan in Paris. While those games are being played, Farke is expected to be leading a crucial training camp for his squad in Germany, where 2 friendlies have been arranged. There are also clashes with Harrogate Town and Valencia on either side of that trip to the continent. So if he was to go, he would miss the games in Germany. He'd obviously miss time at training, valuable training time. So in blocking Firpo's release, he will play a key role in these friendlies and has already been seen taking part in pre-season at Thorpe Arch. Firpo was in from day one despite his previous international commitments with the Caribbean island in June. As it stands, Firpo will share left-back duties with Sam Byron again next season as the only natural options in that position for Farke to choose from. And that's the end of the article. I still think Leeds United will get a left-back. I think they'll probably aim for a left-sided centre-back that can dovetail into numerous positions, and I'm okay with that, as long as Firpo's the number one. If you're going to give Firpo the number one, just make sure you've got adequate cover other than just Byram, because we'll get a right back, whoever that is. Doesn't look like it will be Connor Roberts, but let's say it is Connor Roberts. If he was to get injured and Byram had to play there, then Firpo, this is Leeds United, it could happen at the same time. Then we're without, a left back. So Leeds United still need to go out and get a left-sided centre-back, left-back, and maybe even a right-sided centre-back, right-back. That could be Christensen. And I know this won't keep a lot of people happy, but let's say, for example, it is Christensen. You then have new right-back Christensen, Byram, you have Joe Rodon, Strauch, Firpo. You still need to get someone on that left-hand side, do you know what I mean? So we need to... We need defensive reinforcements, but if Firpo's going to be number one, I'm totally fine with that. I think since the turn of the year, he was Leeds United's best player, for me personally. And if he has a full pre-season, having seen the form he can reach last season in the Championship, full pre-season under Farke, knowing he's been number one, I think it's a great sign. I didn't realise that he returned earlier than he should have, because that's ultimately what he did, right? He had games with Dominican Republic in June, but still came from day one, which again shows a willingness from Junior Firpo. He likes Leeds United. I believe his family likes Leeds United. I think Damar's mentioned that on occasion as well. So it looks like he's here to stay, and I'm happy. And I'm happy about this fact because in the Championship, he was great, so many assists. If we get a gunman up top, then crosses that he plays into the box that Bamford's sometimes got on the end of. Different striker, gunman, licking the lips. So I'm really happy that Junior is going to be sticking around. There will have to be a conversation about a contract. Again, I don't mind that. But I know some people are like, yeah, but if we give him a new contract, we're probably going to have to give him 2 or 3 years. That means we're in the Premier League. Do we want him as our number one in the Premier League? And I hear that. I do. But I'm not saying I'd want him to be number one in the Premier League, not by any stretch of the imagination. but it would hold down a position for a couple of seasons. I'm not too down on giving him a new contract. I think he deserved that. I am going to put a poll in the chat, but again, that's me and it's sentiment. Maybe he'll become part of the old guard that I'll be backing. Maybe I'll get shit for that next, because there is no old guard anymore, is there? Apart from Bat, I wonder what they'll say to me then. I wonder what they'll say. I wonder what the crowd will say then. Should I'm putting a poll? Leeds give Firpo a new deal, because if we don't, he's going to be able to leave for free at the end of next season. So I just want to get your opinion on that. I've put a poll in the chat. I'll go through some comments now. Big up to Danny Talks Sport. How you feeling, bro? Southgate, you're the one. You still turn me on. You haters are in the bin. Afternoon, Matthew. Tyler says, I'm not Southgate's biggest fan. Understatement. But watching his interview and how much criticism he gets, I'm so happy for him if he brings it home. Were you not part of the criticism and the hate that he got? Were you not? Hey up, Joe. You calmed down from last night. Not really, mate. It took me a while. I can't lie. I'm still on cloud nine. I keep watching that Watkins goal. Oh, my God. Watkins' face as well. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe it. Great performance yesterday by England. Big up the Southgate, you know. And look, we got a final to do against the best team at the tournament, against the team that have won 6 on the spin. It's never been done in the Euros. Obviously, teams have always dropped points. They haven't dropped points. But what I will say, this day, a few years back, we got beat by Italy. Experience gained from that. You know, we've spoke about this on a number of occasions, about experience and what it can do for you. City have it in abundance, for example, in the running. The first time we didn't go up with Bielsa, the second year, that experience gained from that, we bossed it. I remember doing content. People been panicking about, oh, Brentford, this, that. They didn't. You can't just go, for me anyway, from, you know, never being in the playoffs, right? Hot skip and a jump to and Brentford ended up in the playoffs. And guess what? They lost to Fulham. Experience, and then the next year they come back. So I'm just speaking from a championship perspective there, but also you've got the City thing. Experience counts for a lot. Spain are very, very good. But then that current team, the current team they've got are not experienced in getting this far. This is now, in the Southgate era, this is normal for England. It wasn't prior to this. This is why I have so much like, I back the guy, because it's almost like people think we were winning stuff before. This is a golden era as an England fan. For me anyway, it's a golden era. I'd never seen stuff like this, and now it's like, yeah, semi-finals every time, yeah, finals every time. It's what we do. Next hurdle, win it. Win this and go to America and win the World Cup. We're there. Yeah, man. We're taking our sweet time here. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, we're still ahead of the game. We're still ahead of the game from last season, because we didn't make our first signing until the 19th of August. The YEP have done an article on it. So I think we are actually, July 19th. So Ethan Ampadu joined from Chelsea on July 19th. It's July the 11th. We're still ahead of the game, because what we've managed to do during that time is clear the decks, buy back the stadium, get the youngsters signed up, get the loans sorted out. We now have, for me, the nucleus of the squad. Bar some big bids for some of our better players, your Somervilles, your Nontos. But right now we have the nucleus of the squad. These, is it me or is it lagging? These, like, it'll be the YEP site. It's always fucking sticking adverts up and that. So we're ahead of the game now. We've already made two signings. Joe Rodon and Alex Cairns. I know they don't feel like brand new shiny toys, but we're already ahead of the game. Remember, the first signing wasn't until July the 19th. We're ahead of the game now. Everything is ready. Like, Leeds are in a strong position now. And I think between now and August, we're going to start to see a flurry of business. Because we've even got rid of, like, you know, like Darko JB, Sam Greenwood have gone, Creswell's gone. All these players that are not going to feature this season, gone. So now, yeah, we're taking our time, but we're actually ahead of where we were last year. I know that's not a great comparison, because last year was a shit show, but even still, we're ahead of the game. So I don't think we'll get anyone in now. Like, but then again, Gray happened on a Sunday, so you just never know, do you? But it's Friday tomorrow. I suppose with Ampadu as well, it happened within 24 hours, so you can never say never, because no one knows anything at this football club. None of the journos. I would argue we're at the moment we're about as much ITK as some of the journos. I can't lie. Wayman brought the Shack stuff, remember? Even before the Chef Star and all that shit. So maybe we are as ITK. Peace to the gods on earth. Big up to you, my guy. Evening from Japan, Joe. Hope you well. I am. Southgate, you're the one. You stuff to me up. Football's coming home again now. 49ers don't release links. They're closed, but we'll release something when we hear it. This is true. Speak to me. I told him, didn't I? Speak to me. Shame about Bielsa, yeah. Really is. But we do get Canada versus Uruguay. We get Jesse versus Bielsa. And I will stay up for that. We will be there. We will be there. Did you see Darwin Núñez, by the way? Fair play to Darwin Núñez. Regardless of his performance of missing sitters or whatever, the Colombians, it got quite naughty in the crowd, and Darwin Núñez's family was under attack. My man jumped the advertising board and started throwing hands. Some of his moves were a bit mad when he went. It looked like he was doing gypsy rules, but fair play to him. Darwin Núñez straight in the crowd and was throwing hands, so big up to him. Yeah, just met Paddy Kenny. Paddy Kenny grew up near me, mate. Paddy Kenny used to play on Lingbob Field. He's from Pelham. His his brother Sean, and his mum and dad and that. I don't know if they still live up there. I know they did for a period, but yeah, he used to play up on Lingbob with my brother and that. So yeah, he's a good guy. Good guy is Paddy. I think Farker got more than a tune. Best performances we've seen. Best performances we've seen for him. Well, that's not happening, is it, Russell? Because Leif Davis is going to be number one left back for Ipswich. Big up, Joe. Love your work as always. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's why we need left-sided centre-back that can dovetail as a left-back, I believe. That's my opinion anyway. Yeah, maybe, yeah. So, right, or people at least that can play them positions. I agree with you, saying an ideal word. But I hear what you're saying. Maybe they're looking at James, is it DeBayo that's been called up from the youth? Hi, Joe, I'm struggling to see a team that wins the league. Time is getting on. Again, we're ahead of where we were, Nigel. At the minute, if all teams went off, we'd still be one of the strongest squads. Okay, it'd be low on numbers, but we'd still be one of the strongest squads. Because if you go through the 11, you're looking at Melier, Firpo, Strauch, Rodon, Byram currently. In midfield, you'd be looking at Ampadu, Kamara. In front of him, you'd have Nonto, Rutter, Somerville, and up top, maybe Mateo Joseph. Basically the same squad as last season. So we're still strong. Thin, but strong. Can we add? Yes. And we'll get into that as well, because I was given a name yesterday. Don't know how reliable it is. But yeah, it was just a name that was mentioned. Again, it's not ITK, it's come from Waco, I believe. So I'll mention that name as well, and you can tell me what you can think. Yeah, Professor happy because... happy. Yeah, I wanted him to stay. I would have liked him to stay. I'd even go as far as to say I'd give him a new deal, but that's maybe that sentiment in me. Some will look at it and say no, because he's not going to be there past Prem and all that sort of stuff. Listen, folks, smash a like on the video as well. We've only got 77. Let's get some likes. Should Firpo get a new deal? 70% of you say yes, so that's quite a large chunk as well, isn't it? Yeah, I did see the scenes. Yeah, it was mad. Firpo will be good this year. Yeah, that's my point as well, El Pepe. If you don't think he's ready for the Prem, you can replace him, but at least you have his experience and know-how on the bench. So that's something to take into consideration if we are going to give him a new deal. I have no issue with Firpo staying towards the end of the Prem season. He played well, especially at Southampton when he scored, and last season he played really well. Jamie says, don't mind him getting a new deal, but I understand sell when stock is high. I think yeah, I guess his stock is high, but I don't think people are banging down the doors. I don't think we'll get much more than that. I would extend him. We need some semblance of consistency. Can't get, well, according to some Vic, they're playing FIFA, some of them, I swear to God. But yeah, I agree with you. Too many changes in the team, needs gelling time. He was also one of our best player, turn of the year. Prior to that, Ampadu for me. Turn of the year, Junior Firpo. I'm not sure. Bro, to be honest. I genuinely don't know. I don't know if there is an option to extend that by a year. Great if there is, right? Listen, we need 5 more likes for 100. Smash a like for me. All good, Ryan. Yeah, absolutely buzzing. Absolutely buzzing over last night. He can actually leave us in January with a Yeah, well, he can't leave in January, but he can arrange to go at the end of the year. Yeah, you are right. Definitely, Vic. You know, that these are the facts. And people's hatred, because they can't enjoy it. I think this is the annoying thing. They cannot enjoy the game because they dislike the man. Have you seen his interview where he's almost in tears, where he goes, you know, everybody wants to be liked. You know what I mean? I love you, Southgate! This is what I'm saying. This is tournament football. If you look, right, regardless of what people call it luck, people call it what? I just think it's experience and know-how. If you look at England's progression, easy draw, all this shit, right? It's not our fault that France and everyone else didn't top the group. We did our business. Yeah, it was shit. Yeah, we didn't conserve a lot of energy, but we did it. We topped the group, yeah? Look at the game against Slovenia, Slovakia, whichever one it was. Slovenia, Serbia, I can't remember. It was Slovakia, yeah. We're all screaming for subs. Me as well. Like, people like showing me images of me being annoyed in games, thinking that means that I don't back Southgate. It's mad. People bending over backwards to try find ways where I've criticised Southgate. No one's exempt from criticism, but he's always had my backing. Now, in that game, we're screaming for subs. Kane and Bellingham, myself included, yeah? Then what happens? Bellingham scores an overhead kick. Unreal. And Kane gets the winner. Right? The next game, we go behind against the Swiss. He makes 3 changes. Within 5 minutes, we're back on level terms. We then go to penalties, and the way we win them penalties, no England team has ever done that. Ever. 5 of the best penalties we've ever taken. The way that it was done, engineered, amazing. Then we play last night. Again, we go behind. We were much better in the first half. Absolutely bossed Koeman, by the way. Yes, Koeman did get into it, and everyone's going, oh, he can't change again, blah, 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 blah. Makes 2 changes 10 minutes from the end. At the end of the game, them 2 changes combine to put England into the final. And do you know what's funny is, I was thinking about this, because people are angry and annoyed. If we win it, you know when we see, like, documentaries of 90, when you know, Lineker's like this and Gazza's crying and all this. Or we see clips from 96 where, you know, Gazza, bang, over the head, doof, see you later, Colin Hendry, back of the net, dentist chair. You know, when we see these and it evokes great emotions in you as a fan. Oh, I remember that. This tournament has been littered with them moments, littered with them. And those people that are so critical and can't just put down their agendas for 90 minutes and enjoy what's watching, they'll hate it, because if we won, that is going to be some compilation, that is going to be some documentary, that is going to be some DVD. Remember, say, I'll put it on DVD, but it'll be DVD worthy. Yeah, there'll be so much said about it because of the penalties, the redemptions, yeah, your Sakas, etc. For the black people in this country, that's an arc, isn't it? A redemption arc for them 5 players that are all from people of colour. Bang. You've got the Bellingham bicycle overhead kick. That is a moment in itself. You've got the Watkins 90th minute. And then obviously if we go and win it against all odds, I would say, against, you know, Wunderkid, Lamine Yamal, etc., that is going to be some story that will be told. And then people, when I'm old and grey, and my grandkids are going, Dad, man, we've never seen England win all. I say, I was lucky enough to watch us win the Euros, sons or grandsons and granddaughters. Look at this. I remember, look, bam, bam, bam. And there'll be people going, oh, put that on. Oh, fuming, we won them games. Fuming I am, you know. But look at all the moments. You know when you feel like it's your time? It's your time, you know. It feels like it's our time. It's Southgate's time. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, but Jamie, and we did. So what's your point? Let it go. Let it go. We did. We have. Relax. It's like you're not giving him credit. So you're saying, we should win, and that's it. So if he doesn't win, he's shit. But if he wins, well, we should be winning. Give the man credit. Give the man credit. Give him credit. Just forget all that. Give him the credit. You've got to do it, and he's done it. I want to win, but if we don't, Southgate has got to semi. Yeah, he has done a great job. He has. People are starting to see it now. The football was turgid because everyone played. Thank you. I said, didn't I say in the lead up to the game, this will be the first team that we play where they'll actually want to come and play. They played with the back four. I swear to God, it's the first back four we've actually played against. And guess what? We dominated them. The midfield, we overran them. And in the end, Koeman had to make changes to pack it out, to pack out the midfield. We did that. And we win the game. Yeah, we struggle to break low blocks down. But it's difficult. We as Leeds fans should know that. It's difficult to break down a low block. Again, there should be a standard. You're coming back to that old bullshit narrative as younger people do now, like they did with Leeds. Oh, the standards of this club are on the floor. The standards... We have no standard. Again, I'll keep reiterating, like when I talk about Leeds. Leeds are a championship club, people. Facts. England never win out. Facts. We have no divine right to ever be in tournaments. I seen a lovely tweet by Ellis Patton yesterday, which maybe you might... you'll take his words more so than mine. But this is not the norm. This is not the norm for England. Let me just find it because it's a great tweet. 1 second. Whatever happens, right? Whatever happens, can we remember that in nearly 100 years, the England's men's national team have only ever made 2 finals. In 100 years, you talk about the standards. And Ellen says, it's not the standard for us to be there. We are the outlier. It's an outlier. In 100 years, England have reached the final twice. Twice. Just 1-2 in 100 years, and you talk about standards. This is the standard, not getting to finals. Regardless of squad, call it mentality, anything. That is same what I say when people tell me why would they go to Bournemouth? Why? Well, guess what? Their Premier League clubs were not. The last 2 decades, as my man Farker would say, we are a championship club. People don't like to hear it, but we are. And England are not successful. And that doesn't change overnight just because you've got great players. We've had great players in the past and done nothing. Iceland, Hodgson, Eriksson, boom. Capello, boom. We had great players. Who can forget, like when Michael Owen burst onto the scene? We've had them moments. Who can forget, like when Rooney burst onto the scene? We've had these players that have burst onto the scene at young age and we're like, right, yeah, they're the guy. They're the person. Come on, let's do it. And then we just fall because the mentality, everything. You have to take all them factors into consideration. It's not just about you having the best players on the pitch. It ain't as easy as that. So I think that tweet's so bang on. 100 years and we've made 2 finals and people talk about it standard. We ain't got no standards. And Southgate's made 2. So it's now 3 finals. Now 3, because that was before. But Southgate's made 2 of them. And people tell me he's not successful. So in 100 years, we've made 3 finals and Southgate's made 2 of them. And people tell me he's not one of the best we've had. I'm so confused. It does not... I said we don't have the capacity. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. Exactly, and we never. We never. And I do have expectations because I've told you that we're going to win it. I've said that. Not many did. I've said that. So that is my expectations. Jonathan Mazda says, Firpo's class in the Championship but not good in the Prem. Let him stay, help us get promoted, then ride off into the sunset. Could be a way to go, but then we'd have to buy a left back and all that sort of stuff. Let me just reading some of your comments. Gelhardt should go. It doesn't look like he is actually, does it? It's gone quiet on that respect. I'm just reading through your comments. Jesse's getting cooked. I mean, he got him to a semi. Big up to that, Joel. Big up to that. About time you lot won something up. You bring it home, lads, from a Dutch Leeds fan. Big up to you. Yeah, man, he was like this, wasn't he? Like gypsy rules. But yeah, fair play to him. Huller in talks with Kiefer Moore. I think it'd be a great signing for them. Oh, here he is. Where are you? Where are you? Come on, Sean. What was our deal as well if we win the tournament? We have a deal. We have a deal. I swear we have a deal. Everyone's favourite Irishman. We need some semblance. Yeah, seen that. Firpo might want to a 3-year deal with his age. Yeah, that's the business side of it, innit? There you go. Exactly, bro. History, my man. Yeah. So this is the one. This is the name that was mentioned on Wacko that someone told me. Joe Rothwell. Joe Rothwell obviously spent time on loan at Southampton. He was linked to Leeds United at the time. He still doesn't know where he's going. He's at Bournemouth. Joe Rothwell. I don't know if it'd be a permanent or it'd be a loan, but it's an extra body in midfield. He did well when he was at Southampton. I think obviously he helped secure promotion for them. He made 20 appearances as well since January, bagging braces as well in wins against Huddersfield and Sunderland, so scored a couple of goals. I don't know how reliable it is, but it was a name that was mentioned on Wacko. I had a look on the news, haven't seen much of it today. But I don't mind it. Obviously, previously at Blackburn, it'll be a cheap deal for Leeds United to get done. On loan, he played in the league. He got 16 matches in total, but I think obviously some would have come in cup. And in that time, he scored 4 goals. It's an extra body. We need to flesh it out. It's better than what we've got. Remember, in the Championship playoff final, we had 0 midfielders. I don't think he comes in as a starter, but if you can pick up these sort of players that are Championship ready to fill out the squad, I think it's a good move. It won't go down well. It might, you know what I mean? Like, that probably might stink for the fan base, but hey-ho, it is what it is. There's the name, look. People are aware of that name. Southgate, yeah, exactly. Mark Guay has been one of the best. Yeah, he was on loan at Southampton last season. Just joined, but I don't know why fans are asking for info on signings until they are through the door. Other teams are always watching who Leeds are after. We can still talk about it, though, can't we? Yeah, exactly, Joe. Exactly. This is what I'm saying, and do you know what as well? It's a sentimentality as well, Vic. Just with the way they deal with the penalties, and after every game when they do an interview, do you know what they do? All they ever do is back Southgate. All they ever do. You watch Ollie Watkins' interview, you can tell he goes, "Listen, people are talking and all this sort of stuff, but we sound like the only player I think that hasn't got minutes and maybe should have is Anthony Gordon. The rest have all played a part." Cole Palmer's now played his part. He's played really, really well when coming off. He scored a penalty. He gets an assist, yeah? We talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold. Started in midfield, bit of an experiment. Maybe was a lightning rod for some. Now got involved, and has played in the right wing-back position when coming on, and also scored penalty. Bellingham's had moments. Kane now, right? Listen to this. If Kane scores in the final, he's the top scorer. There's not been a gluttony of goals. I think the top scorer's got 3, and I think Olmo's actually winning it because he's got more assists. So Harry Kane's now got 3 goals. If he scores in the final and we win it, we get golden boot. It's mad. But Harry Kane's had moments. I thought defensively we were much better as well yesterday on the ball. Walker, Stones could pass. Shaw. The big thing for me, get Shaw ready to play 90 minutes. That's another thing as well. And I say this tongue-in-cheek, but we battered Southgate for taking Shaw, not taking a left back, and he should have. But imagine if we win in the final and Shaw gives us 90 minutes and has an absolute barnstormer, we'll be like, he even got that right. Is there no skills Southgate hasn't got? Southgate! Do you know what I mean? Mad. Rated him at Blackburn yet. I think Shea Adams is going to go back to Southampton. Which gets you more excited? Club, of course, club. But yeah, my country gets me excited as well, though. Yeah, it does. And there's a reason, right? So, like, when you go back to Euro 96 and that, I think everyone was in love with the nation at that point. We can all remember Euro 96 if you were there or thereabouts. I was very young, but I remember it. And then from that time, we got the golden generation, but we couldn't stand them, and everyone fell out of love with it. And then Southgate brought us back, but then people are not happy with this because of the football and all that sort of stuff. But if he wins us something, man, it'd be amazing, wouldn't Yeah, completed it. I think it is a good thing. I think it is a really good thing if he was to stay around for me, especially in the Championship. He was one of our better players last season. So for me, it'd be a huge thing. We'll have a look what other news is out there. As I say, it's thin on the ground. I'm glad we got this news this morning, but I'll just check the latest news as well. What's going on in the Leeds United sphere. Keep your comments coming in as well. Yeah, Leicester have been doing some signings as well, I think. No, again, people get it twisted. I don't want him as a club manager, but he's not a club manager. He's an international manager. He's a tournament manager, and he's doing bits. Don't want him as a club manager, no. Sunderland ace Trey Hume, fitness verdict shared as Leeds United eye transfer. Leeds United target Trey Hume is likely to adapt well to life in the Premier League, according to Dr. Rajpal Brar. What the feck is this? The injury expert? Is this what we've got to now? We're not even linked to Trey Hume yet, properly, and then they're speaking to doctors if he can adapt to the Premier League. What is this shit? Leeds United hailed as Premier League clubs defeated in Joe Rodon transfer battle. Why is that news now? Leeds United confirmed striker signature at Ellen Road after 10 goal involvements. That's Luke Thomas. Just given a year extension though, so not as confident. Maybe they're giving one more year. 8.4 million agreement in place for Euro Club that has consequences for links to Leeds United star. I'm assuming this is Marseille getting a new goalkeeper. Let's have a look. A report from Canaris 7 now shares that Leeds won't be letting Meslier go. Meslier, this because the French outfit have their eyes on someone else. They are seemingly replacing Pau Lopez with another Spaniard as Las Palmas keeper Alvaro Valles. He's already in talks at Marseille. I think the Marseille thing was a bit wild, wasn't it? I think the club or whoever was trying to get Meslier out of the club before the sale of Gray. But yeah, it doesn't look like he's going there. They're now looking to agree an 8.4 million deal with Alvaro Valles, which means Meslier will stay. I know Graham Smith thought as much as well. Goal-scoring midfielder commits his future to Leeds United with a 2-year deal. This is 17-year-old Reece Chadwick. So we're seeing a lot of these happen. Leeds should sound Southampton star that sparked comeback at Ellen Road in Jesse Marsh era. This is... Who is this? Southampton are preparing a fight to survive in the Premier League, but one they are ready to sell is Sekou Mara. Yeah, Sekou Mara's not coming to Leeds United. No, but I want him. I don't think he's all that, to be fair. And there's a reason they're looking to sell him, isn't there? But that's it, really, from a Leeds United perspective. It's proper thin on the ground. Really, really thin on the ground. Leif Davis trending in the United Kingdom. I bet it's because of FPL. Yeah, it is. It's because of FPL. Because he's a 4.5 million defender. I thought I'd be getting ahead of the game, getting Leif Davis in there. I can't lie, but he's trending for a reason. Yeah, that's not happening, mate. I think he was speaking on him. I think they're moving on to other targets. So, yeah, exactly, Carlos. I remember I was 8 at the time as well. Just Joe out. Why, bro? Why you want me out, Damar? I thought we were cool. Yeah, that's it, though. I don't think there's much more news. Listen, if there is, I'll be here to cover it. Yeah, is what it is. Please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and, of course, hit that notification bell. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and evening and all that jazz. We're sat on 155 likes. If we could like the video, that would be great. Please get up to as many as we can. Look, it was just a name that was on Wacko. I don't know how reliable it is, Ethan. Yeah. Yeah, man, you're my goat as well, man. You're my goat, Damar. Altogether now, I want you to hear Southgate. Michael, 15 million. Can't blame it, can you? I'm going to build a team without him, me. Definitely going to build a team without him, I think. But we move. Because to be honest, he weren't that great last season, was he? I mean, I know he still ended up top scorer and that, but he wasn't like the first season. I don't know, 15 million's a lot. Can you actually start building your teams now? Because I'm going to get on it. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to stack my fantasy Euro team with all English players because England are going to win it because Southgate is the one. Experience counts for a lot. We'll take these Spanish people to penalties. Take them, and then we will be there. No one wants Mavididi. What the fuck? Get in the bin. Are you Locks in disguise? Have you seen Locks now? His new account, Foxy tinted glasses or something. He's trying to build it. Anyway, we'll leave it there. I'm rambling now. Fucking Mavadide. There will be no Leicester players in my team, Georgie, because you are washed. You are going down. You have Steve Cooper. We will pass you on the way up, and then we will be singing. I predict a riot. I predict a riot. Anyway, see you in a bit. Peace out now.